Good morning, students. Welcome to the class of refrigeration and air conditioning. Now, in the last class, we have completed our discussion, or we have ended our discussion on different air conditioning system, and we have discussed about summer air conditioning. Now, in today's class, we will discuss about winter air conditioning system as well as year-round air conditioning. So from the very first name of the system, that is winter air conditioning, that means we have to adapt this system in winter season. Now in winter season, what is the condition of the outside air, atmospheric air? The atmospheric temperature is very low and the air is dry, that is the amount of moisture content present in the air is very less. So we have to go for, in order to create comfort condition, we have to go for heating as well as humidification. So in order to achieve this heating and humidification process, we have to increase the dry bulb temperature of the air as well as relative humidity of the air. So this one is the arrangement that is to be done in case of, that is usually done in case of winter air conditioning, which is almost similar with the summer air conditioning system, except some different attachments. So here first the outside air will flow through the damper and it will mix up with the recirculated air coming through the return duct in a proper ratio. So this two air, outside fresh air and the recirculated air coming from the or obtained from the conditioned space is to be mixed in a proper ratio that will pass to the filter, where the impurities or the dust or dirt present in the air will be removed. That mixed air is now made to pass over a preheat coil. In case of summer air conditioning, we have used one heating coil over here, one cooling coil over here. But in winter air conditioning, we have to use one preheat coil or preheater. And what is the function of this preheater? What is the function of this preheater? The function of this preheater is to prevent the possible freezing of water and to control the evaporation of water in the humidifier. In a broader sense, we can say that when this outside air is having a particular temperature and humidity will contain. Similarly, when this outside air will mix with this recirculated air is having another condition, another temperature and humidity. That must be very less with compared to the outside air. That means the temperature of the recirculated air is very less with compared to the outside air. So there may be a chance of freezing of water. So in order to prevent that freezing of water, we have to use this preheat coil. So when this mixture will pass through this preheat coil, the temperature of the mixture will rises up to a certain degree. That will prevent the possible freezing, as well as it will control the evaporation of moisture or water vapor present in the mixture or present in the air. So after passing through the preheat coil, which is used for preventing the possible freezing of water and control the evaporation of the moisture or water vapor present in the humidifier, the air or the mixed air is to be passed over a humidifier or spray water. Okay. After passing through this humidifier, it will again pass through a reheat coil. Now the function of this reheat coil is to bring the temperature of the air to the as per the design condition or as per the requirement of the conditioned space. Now this conditioned air, after passing through this reheat coil, is to be passed over this fan. The function of this fan is to supply this proper conditioned air into the conditioned space for achieving heating or for achieving the comfort condition of the space during the winter season. So after within the conditioned space, a part of the used air will be exhausted to the atmosphere by exhaust fan or ventilator. The remaining part of the used air, that is called recirculated air, is again enter into the return duct. That will be again passed through the return duct, and again that will mix with this outside air coming from through the atmosphere and after passing the damper in a proper ratio. By this way, the process will be repeated again and again. So only two changes are made with respect to summer air conditioning. One is the preheater coil or preheat coil, another one is the reheat coil. And instead of dehumidifier, we have to use one humidifier or spray water. Now the last process, that is called year-round air conditioning system. Since the name is year-round, so this system can be used throughout the year. And in some countries, so what is the application of the system, or where we can use the system? In some countries, both summer season as well as winter season are uncomfortable. That means that weather of the winter as well as summer is uncomfortable. In such condition, or in those places, it is very much necessary to have an air conditioning system for providing comfort condition throughout the year. In those places, we have to use this year-round air conditioning system. And this system is capable to achieve both heating and humidification in winter as well as cooling and dehumidification in summer. So if we look at the arrangement of the system, see, first the damper is there, then filter, after filter there will be a cooling coil, then one humidifier or spray water, then one heating coil. And sometimes this humidifier also plays the function of a dehumidifier. If we control the temperature of this spray water or the humidifier coil, then it will be it will be used for dehumidification process also. So if we use this for summer air conditioning, in summer air conditioning, the cooling coil will be made operative because we have to achieve this cooling and dehumidification process. So the cooling coil operates to cool the air to the desired value. The dehumidification is obtained by operating this cooling coil at a temperature lower than the dew point temperature of the air. So for cooling and dehumidification, one thing you have to maintain that the ADP of cooling coil must be less than the dew point temperature of the inlet air. But in winter season, the cooling coil would be made inactive and the heating coil will be used for heating the air, as well as the humidifier will be used for humidification process. So in case of year-round air conditioning system, if we use this system in summer season, then only the cooling coil will be in operative condition, a humidifier as well as heating coil both will be in rest mode or in inactive, as well as in winter season, for achieving this heating and humidification, cooling coil would be inactive, whereas humidifier as well as heating coil both will be active. So by this way, we can achieve year-round air conditioning for those places or those countries where both summer and winter season are uncomfortable. So this is the classifications of a perfect air conditioning system on the basis of variation of season, that is summer air conditioning, winter air conditioning and year-round air conditioning. Now regarding the other classifications, that is based on arrangement of equipments or based on measured function, all these have been well discussed in any of the textbooks. We can go through the textbooks for all these different types of classifications, like central air conditioning, wind or packaged, window air, split AC, combination system, or on the basis of measured function, that is comfort air conditioning, process or industrial air conditioning. Thank you.